so funny. He gets so fixated on.
I thought you were gonna snap. I thought you were like this close to just going, shut the fuck up.
I have a few more levels of tolerance now. I'm just gonna keep calling her out on her shit subtly.
How long ago was that? 21. So you had to think about a year and a half ago because you just turned 23?
Not even a year and a half ago. 20. A year. A year.
She's 22 or 23?
I guess, yeah.
But she just turned 23, right?
Right, yeah.
In like April or some shit. So it's
Year
like,
and a half, maybe.
How long ago
2
was
years.
that? How old were you?
Do you know what I was doing 2 years? I can tell you exactly what I was doing every day.
21. When did you guys meet? Like 2 years before that? So 19?
I was like, and he was 13 years older than you? And she's like, yeah. I was like, 13. 13 and you were 19. And what was the thing she was talking about? Oh, God. Okay, so her mom got pregnant on birth control. She has the other disease. She wasn't engaged, but now it's 2.5 years that she was with this guy. Before, a week ago, it was
like 6 months.
2 years, and then a week before that, it was 6 months. And then before that, she told me in the beginning of the season that they had just broken up, and he dated her in order to get back at his ex-girlfriend, and then went back to her.
Right, and it's the same guy.
Same guy.
Did you guys have a good first date? Who, me and... No, the fucking other guy. The guy we've been talking about for the past fucking 20 minutes.
I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, so you obviously didn't have a first fucking date. What'd you go on? What'd you do? Anytime that she doesn't want to answer a direct question, she just defers with fucking other details. Like, oh, you run marathons all the time? You're trying to run the Boston Marathon? What's your freaking time? I don't remember. It's been so long. I've run like a handful of 5Ks. I know what my 5K average time is. No.
When she started talking, and
I'd
you're
be like,
cool.
so when did you go to the Olympics? Did I just say cool?
You're like, cool. And
now she does the little thing that I do it, like the wink and the click. I'm like,
I feel like I just got over my weak bump and passed it on to you.
I'm not even aggravated about it. All I'm gonna do is
yeah, you totally
I'm just gonna I am not infuriated like I have been, but now I'm just like, oh, so you dated a guy that was 13 years older than you? You don't remember your first date? Do you remember your first date with your wife?
Of course.
Absolutely. And you can tell in detail what it was. You can even probably remember the smell. This bitch was gonna marry this guy, and she doesn't even remember the first date.
And then
Fuck you! Get out of my fucking face.
Exactly.
You do not deserve to be in my fucking presence.
your Christmas presents.
Fucking kills myself.
Let me get a zing. Let me get a fucking zing for that.
No, because you asked for it. They love me.
I know one of you fucking laughed.
It was good, actually. It was good.
But then when I said, so you had an engagement? She said, no, but I'm pretty sure it was going to happen. So you weren't engaged to him.
She said no, she wasn't engaged. She told me that she wasn't engaged before. Did she tell you she was engaged?
Yeah, she said we were going to get married. So in order to get married, you must get engaged. Or am I wrong? And she said, no, but it was going to happen. Clearly not, because you were not
And
engaged
now it's
or
like
married.
2.5 years, and you got kicked out to be.
I just need to understand. Because I would hope that if I was just telling you guys all these lavish stories and changing it every 2 weeks, that you guys would just be like, hold on, didn't you?
And he got a vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
Vasectomy at what age? Okay, so he was in his late 30s. Does he have kids? You don't just get one to get one.
Yeah.
And she didn't. Okay, she didn't know the name of his fucking disease.
But she dated him for 2.5 years.
I can tell you what stage my mother was. I can tell you how many lymph nodes they found cancerous freaking cells in her. I can tell you everything about that process. I can tell you whoever I dated, I know what they went through, the names of it, how long they were going through whatever it was. And you both have a terminal disease. You're going to get married, and he has something wrong with his heart, and you don't remember the name?
And that's
Fuck
the thing that brought you together. And you would at least make a cake about both of them.
I literally had to shut my mouth and turn away because if I had said anything, that's when I would have blew my top. Actually, Braven, let me go ahead and pack your fucking bag because I'm sick of your bullshit. And you gotta
get the fuck out of here. Oh. See, now I'm getting mad. If I just ignore it, it's okay. So she has periods that she screams. I was like, so you didn't have your period here, huh?
Hold on,
You like that?
I'm gonna make sure.
You didn't have your fucking period here. Yeah, I had a period, but it was a light one. I don't understand. It's either so excruciating that you have to go to the hospital every month, or you
Oh,
don't
you're
even
good.
know. Just shut the fuck up.
I don't know. It's
I believe that some of the things in her life that she has said are actual. Like, she can spout details, and I give it to her, like I said. But just don't try and don't try and one up the world on your problems and victimize yourself continuously. Because whatever compassion I had for her, whatever sympathy, whatever my heart bled for her before this is evaporated. I could never have, like, and this hurts my heart even saying it, because she is going to get so much backlash. So much to the point where she is not going to be okay, and she is going to have some major
I really hope
therapy.
not, though.
I hope not too, but if people are listening to half the stuff that she said.
Well, they could also cut scene.
Live theaters. Just why?
I just hope she doesn't go looking for things.
And I feel like it's just really disrespectful for us too, because we all have our own experiences, and I'm not downplaying the things that she's really gone through or going through. You know, I know that you can obviously tell that this girl has had a hard life and lots of obstacles, and had to persevere when, you know, there's no other choice for her, you know? And so maybe this is a coping mechanism. At the same time, anything, like, nobody can finish a sentence or a conversation. You know, I'm starting to talk about a legitimate conversation about the links between the hormones of birth control and the hormonal imbalance when you go through menopause, linking to breast cancer. You would think that she would be interested in that conversation because her mom went through breast cancer a couple of years ago. 2 years. Conveniently, my mom went through breast cancer 2 years ago too. And instead, she just talks about how she has to take birth control because she has bad periods. I'm like, and she interjects and then overtalk. So I was like, I'm not even going to bless her with the presence of this conversation, because she doesn't deserve it at this point in her life. I know it's very mean. Oh my God.
No, here's what I've taken a step back and
I'm not
looked
saying
at.
that she doesn't deserve it. I'm so frustrated and so at the end of it, and I'm sorry for interrupting.
No.
I'm at the end of my rope with her, where, like, I just would rather just stand up and walk away, and I think that is the rudest thing that you can ever do to anybody.
Yeah. So I've had an influx of emotions as well, because at first, all my sympathy and empathy was just gone. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna quit because this girl needs to win this game. Like, she needs it. How could anybody else justify, like, we have this here,
Yeah.
like, you know, and like her stories, and like when I first met Raven, and the story she would tell me about how, you know, her slim chances of continuing life, and like her attitude towards life, and like her bucket list thing, and like her positivity and this and that, I was like, wow, what an exceptional human being. Like, this is why she was casted, like, to be this, like, to teach people a lesson that when
It's
you're
really beautiful.
it was beautiful. But at this point, it's just not, the things that she says do not match up with the things that she does or the way that she is. So she painted a picture for us of what she is, but now that we've gotten to know her,
It's a facade.
it's a facade. And where we have the struggle is, she does have a legitimate illness. And I cannot resonate with her at all because I don't have it. But I feel so bad because it sounds so scary and it seems like such an ailment. And if I put myself in her shoes, I would be torn, right? So we are torn of a feeling of sadness, but also a feeling of, am I stupid? Because the things that you are telling me either A, don't make sense, don't add up, or just flat out bullshit. So do I humor these things because I feel bad about your illness? Or at what point do I just, like, holy fuck, I can't take it anymore. I can't just keep on showing face to something that's just getting under my skin. And that's the position we're being put in. And I think it's not to say it's unfair. It's just like it's something that I don't think any of us have ever had to deal with. It's a really odd scenario of we are in the public eye, and of course in the back of our minds we're like, hey, I want to be the best version of myself and not and be as politically correct as I can and be a stand-up representative of who I am to the people watching me. But at the same time, you have obviously anybody who is ill, any normal human being does not poke fun at or say anything rude or mean to them because they're ill. But
or challenge what they say.
But we're in a situation where I have poked fun at and made fun of every single person in this household. Because I'm living with you guys. It's a roommate experience. We make fun of each other. That's what it is. But when it comes to her, it's like, oh. So then I'm torn into two even more things. If she does have this illness, I doubt she wants to be treated differently because of it. Because I have a ton of friends with illnesses or ailments or missing limbs who want to be treated just like everybody else and not have a sympathy party for their handicap. So in my head, I'm like, well, obviously she wants to be treated like everybody else, so maybe I should poke fun with her too. But then she says these things that she does or puts certain things on the table where it's like, well, clearly you don't want us to treat you like everybody else because you are trying to either suck out all of my sympathy or have me feel bad for you. But I don't want to feel bad for you. Mm-hmm. I want to have fun and give you a good time and a good experience. But all you are trying to make me do is feel bad when I'm around you. And I don't want to feel bad because I already feel bad. And your positive traits that you painted once to me is what made me not feel bad, is what made me feel like, damn, what a cool-ass person. But now I already feel bad because it sucks. Having an illness is it sucks.
And I do
right?
think that, I think that, she does have the two things.
Right.
And
but
I think
don't
that
make
her
me
mother
feel worse.
also has a major challenge. And, I think that there's a core consistency of those things that are true. And I'm not sure why she wouldn't. Maybe when she came, she was coming in as the person that she wants to become. That super positive person that will always kind of keep going and see the better of the situation no matter what. I think maybe that was it. And that's what I'm kind of hoping. But over a time period, she kind of slipped back into this older version of herself, maybe, of if I play it up, then I get more sympathy and I get more attention and then I get more recognition for whatever reason. And then to think about her family history. That would make sense where she's constantly, she will never become, not overcome, but like she has yet to discover the skill set and the ability to be her own hero because of this earlier in life tragedy. And she has yet to get over that hump. And so until she gets over that hump of that previous tragedy, unfortunately, her default is to go back and be the consummate victim, but still be like, no, I'm brushing it off, it's okay, with the facade of the positivity, because truly her heart hurts.
But the logic behind the thing she says it does that's what bothers me the most. Because I, again, studied logic. That it's...
But psychological damage like that makes things more illogical. Right.
And it's not just her, it's anybody. Even Josh in the beginning of this game, I was like, holy shit, dude, I respect you, don't respect you. Like my brain is going... it's all just a fallacy, what you're saying. It is a contradiction. So when I hear in a passionate argument saying, why the fuck would I hide cat ears? I only have a few more years to live. Why the fuck would I do something like that? But then you hide my bowl, you hide my cup, you throw cinnamon bottles at people, you hide Coke. So when you say one thing and you do the exact opposite, you are no longer credible. So now I'm going, so let's say you only have a few years to live. You exactly do those things. And then you add other things to it, and it's like, well, do you only have a few years to live? Because when you first came in this game, like, I thought you were going to die, like,
It was like 2 years.
Yeah, she made it seem like imminent death, and I was like, holy fuck. Let me make this girl's life like the best thing I can do. But as time progresses and as she adds things and takes things away, it's like, help me understand exactly what is going on.
Alex.
Because I'm super confused. And I'm not trying to clown on it. I'm not trying to be a mean person. I'm not trying to be an asshole. And none of us are. We are all just
I'm
genuinely
disappointed in myself that I've allowed it
confused.
to affect me in a way that I am negatively lashing out at somebody.
It's because we don't know what other way to handle it. Because... Why? What happened? I'm just
I can't believe it
confused.
took us that long.
Huh?
Can't believe it took you that long.
I know.
And I think it's more so. I think it's more so the confusion that is the stem of the frustration. Because we usually
guess.
FIFO, right? We FIFO. We figure it the fuck out.
Thank you.
This situation is unFIFOable. So that's why it's so frustrating, I think. So I don't think it's like the stem or that's the cause. It's just the situation that's frustrating. And it's natural in this house. It's natural to be frustrated. It's natural to have emotions overflow. It's natural to feel upset or sad or angry or confused because this is the nature of this game. And that's the point. It's a social experiment. And then they put certain people in here that...
I just get disappointed
Clash.
in myself when I lose that control.
Of course, but guess what? You're losing that control in here, but on the outside world... think about... You're
don't
such a
lose
cool
my-
collective
I
person,
don't
right?
lose
You
my
don't lose your
cool.
cool, right?
No.
But this experience has pushed you to a point where you lost your cool.
I
So-
thrive under pressure. Like I believe, like I always said, pressure is a privilege, and I thrive in it. I do my best in it.
So you've obviously not been in pressure like this angle. Maybe it's been a different pressure,
Not
but
like
a
that.
pressure like this, arguably you've probably never experienced. So the fact that you're experiencing it now and you're gonna FIFO this pressure, when you go in the outside world, nothing.
I just call it out.
But nothing is gonna par. Nothing's ever gonna come close. So that's why you're gonna come out of here a stronger person. Which is why at first, like I already loved confrontation, but now I don't even care for confrontation because it's like, I know I can beat you in the confrontation because I lived in confrontation for 99 days. So if you're trying to get in an argument with you in the supermarket, I'm either going to A, shut it the fuck down, B, ignore you, or C, FIFO, I don't know.
FIFO.
But it teaches you cool things. It teaches you about yourself because when you self-reflect, you're like, fuck, why am I getting so upset right now? What is it that's upsetting me? Oh, this. Well, why is it upsetting me? Oh, this. So clearly I get upset for this reason.
Yeah.
You learn things about yourself. So... It's gnarly. This house is gnarly.
It is.